No sugar.
We shared about a little bit about coming out. The first person.
I'm coming out, so you better get this party started. Coming out.
I had it picked so I could crash my car into this tree, and I investigated all the different ways of killing myself. I had reasonably good insurance policy going that had been going long enough so that it could be claimed even though it was suicide.
So when is the right time to come out as well? I think a lot of I had one girl that shared stories with me, and then she's like, oh, but I really want to be myself and I really want to come out, but she was in a situation where she's not safe financially, and then that is something that you need to put into consideration as well. Even though like, oh, what does it mean that I really want to come out, I don't want to lie to myself, but you need to be aware that you have to be safe physically and emotionally as well. You have to know that you have a support network before you jump the leap and then come out, and because you need to make sure that you are safe.
Whether or not you really know what your sexual preference is, I don't think you can really understand until you're of sexual maturity. That's when you start feeling curious about those sort of things. I wasn't very sexually curious in high school at all. It was actually brought up behind my back by my friends at the time. He was like, hey, is Tung gay? Sort of thing. And the music teacher caught them, and it's like, she went up to me. I had no idea what was happening. She was like, Tung, are you offended? I was like, about what? And then she's like, no, just yes or no. I'm just like, no? Yeah, that's pretty much how I kind of just realized it. It was never really like an internal struggle for me. It was just always like, this is who I am. I can just live with that. And if people don't like it, fuck off.
Lovely. Somebody actually understood what I was talking about. She went shopping with me, and we went to the gay line dancing club and stuff like that. And it was like, oh, thank God for that. Until one day, we had 2 more children, both of whom are very close to me still. They're the ones that come and stay with me every weekend. And eventually it got to the point where Robin said, I no longer wish to participate in your need to be female. She told me that I was welcome to dress, to do whatever I wanted, but not to do it in front of her or the children. And it was like, yeah. All the shame, all the fear, all the sadness.
Why is it that what the society thinks what's right and what's wrong is actually the main issues that a lot of people, they don't come out earlier, or a lot of why it's harder for us to embrace who we are, because it's seen as either sin, or it's seen as being abnormal, or it's seen as you're doing the wrong thing.
In Claire Colebrook's article, Queer Aesthetics, I really like what she says, I am being who I am, and have always been, that I do not expect or hope to change. I am exploring aspects of sexual orientation and gender identity, the challenges of coming out and determining the role society plays in the well-being of a queer individual, and what it means to identify as a queer individual.